Hello everybody. This video gonna show you how to work on the octo and hexadecimal system. So as you can see the table I have here, the octo system based on the base of 8. So you have 8 digits, 0 to 7, representing decimal number from 0 to 8, 0 to 7. Okay, and you got from 10 to 25, you have the decimal equivalent is 8 to 21. And same thing with the hexadecimal system based on 16 digits, 0 to 9, and then they add A, B, C, D, E, F for 5 numbers after 9. So you got 16 digits here altogether. Let's talk about the conversion of octo number to decimal. Let's say if you have 257, you want to convert it to decimal. What you need to do is you want to line them up together under the place value table. And then you want to make sure that each digit corresponds to its correct weight in the table. And after that, you multiply each digit by its weight, and then you add the products. So in this case, we got 257. So I'm going to line them up according to the place value. So 2, 5, 7. All right. Then the weight for the MSB, the first significant digit, is 2. So you write out 2 multiply 64. Add with 5 multiplied by 8, and add 7 multiplied by 1. And you adding all together, you got 128 plus 40 plus 7 equal 175. And this is a decimal number, so I put down 10 as the base. Okay, what would happen if you want to convert with the point in the octo number? For example, if you want to convert 52.6 to a decimal. So I'm going to erase this one. And I put down 52.6. 52.6. So 0.6 is under the place value of 8 to negative power of 1. So you have 5 multiplied by 8 plus 2 multiplied by 1 plus 6 multiplied by the decimal number, equivalent to the 1 over 8 is 0.125. You add them up all together, you got 40 plus 2 equal 42. So 42.75. Next one is you want to convert from decimal to an octo number. So in this case, I got 239, and I want to convert to an octo. As you can see that the table show that you have A to 0 a to the power of 1, a to the power of 2, a to the power of 3, a to the power of 4, and a to the power of 5. We have more to your left, but it's really big number. So the decimal value to the all these numbers are 1, 8, 64, 512, 4096, and a to the 5th power equal 32768. 32768. All right, so now you got 239. You look at what is the biggest number that can divide into 239. So it have to be smaller than 239. So this number is the 1. 64 can divide into 239. Equal, if you divide 239 divided by 64, you got 3 times. All right, so 3 times a to the power of 2, and you got 47 left. Remaining 47. So then you break down 47 to 8 to the power of 1 and 8 to the power of 0. So you write down 3 times 8 to the power of 2 plus 40. That means 8 to the power of 1. 47. So 5 times 8 equals 40. And plus 7 multiplied by 8 to the power of 0. So in this case, we got that is the answer for the question 239 decimal to octal. Okay, let's do another number, 266. First, you know that 266 base of 10. You look what is the biggest number that can go to 266 from the base of 8. So I know it's going to be 64. So 266 divided by 64, you got 4, and you have 10 left. 4 times 64, which is 8 to the power of 2, and plus 10. All right, now you break down the 10, so 4 times 8 to the power of 2 plus 8. Okay, 10, you write down 8 to the power of 1. You got 1 times 8 to the power of 1 and plus 2, so plus 2 times 10, 8 to the power of 0. So in this case, you got 4, 1, and 2. 4, 1, 2. And that one, the answer for 266 decimal. Another method to convert from decimal to octal by using the remainder method. First, you take the number and you divide by 8, and you write out the quotient and the remainder, and divide the quotient by 8, write the answer and the remainder, and repeating the process until the remainder becomes 0, and then you form the octal number by collecting all the numbers starting from the bottom and going up. Let's look at this example again. 266 decimal number, and you want to convert to octal. So 266 divided by 8, the answer is 33, and the remainder is 2. Remainder, you got 2 left. Now you take 33, you're repeating the same process, divide by 8, you got 4 times 8 equal 32, and the remainder equal 1. And then you take 4 divided by 8 equal 0. 4 divided by 8 equals 0, and the remainder is 4. And you're gonna write down the answer by starting from the bottom up. So you write out 4, 1, and 2, and that is your octal number from 266 decimal number. Now, if you want to do that in a calculator rather than do by hand, so what you need to do, so I'm going to erase this one. I'm going to bring it up, 266, 200, write out 266, and you divide it by 8. The answer is, punch in your calculation, answer. Let's convert 266 to an octal by using the octal number. Let's convert 266 to an octal by using the remainder method. Okay, so we do the same problem like we did above, except this time we're going to use calculator, so instead of doing by hand. So you got you have 266, and you divide it by 8. The answer is 33.25. All right, so you take 0.25 and multiply by, put out 0.25 and multiply by 8, and the answer is 8 times 5, 40, carry 4, 8 times 2, 16, plus 4 equal 20. So the answer is 2. So put out remainder is 2. All right, so then you say 33 divided by 8 equal 4, and you got 4.33 divided by 8. The answer is 4.125. 4.125. And then you take 0.125 and multiply by 8. The answer is, take 0.5 times 8 times 5 equal 40, carry 4, 8 times 2, 16, 20, carry 2, 8 times 1 is 8 plus 2 is 10. So answer is, you got 3 decimal places. The answer is 1. So remainder equal 1. And then you take 4 divided by 8 equals 0, and remainder is 4. So then you count 4, 1, 2 at the octal number. Okay, so when you have the calculator, take the decimal part and multiply by 8, and then you can see what is the remainder and write it down. All right, so that's the way you convert that one. For the hexadecimal one, the next session we're gonna talk about how to convert from hexadecimal to decimal. As you can see that hexadecimal has 16 digits from 0 to 9, and then A, B, C, D, E, F, representing from 0 to 15. So first you want to place the place value. Let me draw the place value for 16 to 0 equal 1, 16 to power of 1 equals 16, 16 to power of 2 equal 256. 16 times 16, 256, and then you got 16 to the power of 3, 16 to the power of 3 equal 16 to the power of 3 equal 4096. 4096. All right, so let's convert 125 hexadecimal to a decimal. You can see that you put down 125 in the right place. So I'm gonna put down one different color here. I put down 125. It's a hexadecimal number. You wanna convert to decimal. So you write out 1 times 256 plus 2 times 16 plus 5 times 1. And you adding all together, the answer is 293 decimal number. Okay, let's do another example. Let's do this one. Convert 3A7C to a decimal. So first, you make sure you put in the right place value. So I'm going to write down 16 to the power of 0, 16 to the power of 1, 16 to the power of 2, and 16 to the power of 3. All right, so 3A76. So 3A76. This is a hexadecimal, and you can want to convert to decimal. So you write down 3 times 16 to the power of 3 plus 8. 8 is a 10, so I put out 10 multiply 16 to the power of 2 plus 7 multiply 16 to the power of 1 plus 6 multiply 16 to the power of 0. The answer is 14,000. If you do the work, you will come up with 14,972 at your decimal equivalency. Okay, so if you want to convert the other way around, a little bit more work to do. First, you have to determine how many times the largest possible power of 16 is divided into the given decimal. And then, if there's a remainder, apply the same process on the remainder and record the number of times each power of 16 is divided into a given number to write our hexadecimal number. So let's say if you got 1,672 and you want change to the hexadecimal. Right now we do the hard way, but in a future lesson there is an easy way to do this conversion. But first you look at number 1,672 and which power that can divide into either 16 to the power of 1 or 16 to the power of 2 or 16 to the power of 3. And in this case 1,672, and you choose 16 to the power of 2, which is 256. Alright, so, and when you divide 1,672 divided by 256, you will get 1,672 equal 6 times 256, which is 16 to the power of 2. And then you have remainder is 136. And then you break the 136 into the hexadecimal number. So you got 6 times 16 to the power of 2 plus now 8 times to the 16 to the power of 1, and then you got 8 left, so you got 8 times 16 to the power of 0. 16 to the power of 0. To the power of 0. Cannot write down right there, but 16 to the power of 0 equal 1. And then you write out, the answer is 688. 688 at your answer. And hexa, you put down 16 here. Okay, and another method is do the remaining method. So let's erase this one. Let's say you got 423. This one is the decimal, and you want to convert to the hexadecimal. So divide the decimal number by 16. You take 423, divide by 16, and the answer is 26, equal 26, and the remainder is 7. And you keep going, repeat the same process. You take 26, divide by 16, you got only one time, and the remainder is 10. And then you got 1 divided by 16 equals 0, and remainder equal 1. So, and you write out 1, 10, and 7. But 10 is equivalent to A in hexa, so write out 1, A7. And this one, the hexadecimal answer for 423 decimal. Okay. Let's do another example. So I'm going to move over here. I erase this one. Let's convert 1,000 to hexadecimal. So you take 1,000 divided by 16, and the answer is 26, and remainder is 7. Okay, and you take 26 divided by 16 equal 1, and remainder equal 10. And 1 divided by 16 equals 0, and remainder is 1. So you write out 1, 10, and 7. And 10 is A, so write out 1, 8, 7, hexadecimal. Okay, so you have 9 questions in this homework for this week. Try to finish it and upload on Canvas. As always, email me if you have any question. Have a good week. Bye-bye.